Time to switch over to laundry real quick. Gotta get ready for this great big historical collection for tomorrow. Historical event. I guess you can call it that. Trying to wash the big boys, the big pants with the big deep pockets on all sides. Front, back, side to side. Heck yeah. They did it right with that rainstorm. They did. Moving things around. Who knows what I'm going to collect tomorrow. Got to get an early start. Get out there about 7. Spend a good time out there. Let me go ahead and finish switching over to laundry real quick. Boy, we're going to have a great time with it tomorrow with that recovery session out there. Non-stop time, non-stop hours, but what you're looking at is what we collected the last time I went out there. Just to look around for about an hour or so. Because I felt that it didn't get high for a long time. For some reason. And I told you what that reason was in that little video. That there was something that needed to be collected. That we left out there after about a month and a half that we never even saw. The leftover shards. Before they would get the waters high again to expose some more stuff. But most of these have no designs on them. But this is mostly all I collected at one time. This has got a check design on it. Cool. But this is not the most significant piece in the bunch. That one is. This little piece right here might be the piece they were asking me to come back out and get and collect. But I think I know the reason why. They know exactly how much I love puzzles. They know exactly how I love putting history back together again in a different way. They know the game. But there's something about this piece I'm thinking that they wanted me to collect. Yeah. To connect many points in time, I guess I can say. Whatever. Historical aspect of it. But there's a few more pieces in my collection that I found that have almost the same exact pattern within it. Design. Shape. Form. Sometimes even almost 100 miles away. Even at different scales. The contrast is so similar, I would say. The design is. But I knew I had a couple more pieces in my collection that are almost exactly the same as this. Completely. But I couldn't find them. It would have taken me 2 hours just to find 1 or 2 little small pieces. But it's almost like putting the historical puzzle back together again. To help me realize that they were closer together even though they were far apart. As a culture. As the Native Americans were. In a certain point in time. They shared a commonality. They did. A deep commonality. All guided by design. The language of the art that they created back then. All connected by memory. By their own hands. By the soul, of course. Man. But this one piece that we collected allowed the waters to get sky high again the very next day. Wonder what they're going to have me collect tomorrow. It might take 6 bags. Maybe. Maybe 3 bags. Maybe 1 bag. But it's definitely going to be filling their pockets Let's hope we have to make 2 trips out there, if you know what I mean. Haven't seen that kind of flooding damage in a very long time. But it might have just taken collecting this one single shard to piece the puzzle back together again, I guess. Let's go ahead and find more tomorrow. I'm getting more excited about it. It's going to be like Christmas Day, getting up early. Check this out. I got an executive decision to make about these things right here. I've had these things for about 7-8 years. Yep. Haven't even worn them one time. First human being out there probably to buy waders off the market, not to use them for fishing. I was just going to use these things for exploring. That was it. Use them across the deep waters, up to the chest. If I had to do that, that is. We didn't have these things in good old days. We had to get wet full up to the chest. But that's all I got these things for. About 7-8 years ago. Never even wore them. But the waders I have now, the leather ones, have holes in them. So the protection isn't there for us to get deep in the waters. So I think I'm going to cut these things up. Yeah. But what do I mean cut them up? Cut the tops off. Yeah, since I don't need that part up there. I mean, come on, fellas. I haven't worn these things before. Not one single time. Let's hope there's no holes in these. They've been in the back of the vehicle for on and off. I'd say at least 20 or 30 times being thrown around. Things laying on top of them. We'll find out tomorrow if they're going to have holes in them, but I think these might be a lot lighter, most definitely, than the leather waders. Let's hope they'll do their job tomorrow. I don't even know if it's going to work. It's going to be 97 degrees tomorrow. And I'm going to end up dressing like a knight again. Crazy a knight. But first, let me go ahead and figure out how high I'm going to cut this thing off. Might need it to go real high, to be honest with you. Because I don't know how high the water is going to be. In some places, that is. Alright, there we go. What do you think? I feel so silly doing this. I really do. But I definitely got to have my protection in those waters, if you know what I mean. Hopefully these things will get in the knee-high boots. I mean, not the knee-high boots, but the just below the knees. You know, my creek walking boots. Hopefully they'll fit inside. It's like wearing booties. We're going to find that treasure tomorrow, trust me. Yeah. Then I got to get the pants on top of these. But like I said earlier, I think it's going to be a lot easier to wear these things. Let's just pray that they don't have holes in them. Dang. Might have a good time with it tomorrow. And a safe time with it. Let's go ahead and do that thing right. I want this studio filled with some major history by the end of the day and other things. Let's go ahead and make it happen. For real though. Happen it will. Guess what? We are in. First time in this place since the massive flood event out here, when they really manipulated more than you could ever imagine. I see a lot of differences, I do. Let's hope we can collect a few pockets full of some major history out here. Don't know yet. Got a long way to go. Trust me on that. Definitely a long way to go out here. Probably the majority of the day. I don't know. It's only about 9:09 right now. Let's hope we can find some artifacts from 9:09 and way before that, hopefully. Yeah, but these little foam waders might work out. They might. I don't know. There's like a little bit of an illusion going on in my pants, if you know what I mean. Always feels like I'm sagging. Like they're being pulled down. Below the waistline, that is. But no worries. At least it's above the waist, kind of. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make this a very monumental day today, shall we? Let's hope it's going to be out here because we definitely prayed for it. Fossilized? Don't know. Probably not. Won't be adding it to the pocket at the moment. Maybe at 6:49 tonight if we don't fill them enough. But you saw that perfect sign driving down the road. I know you saw that perfect sign that we were sitting behind on the roadway. I know you saw that sign. I stayed behind them for a good 6 miles, hoping that'll bring us good luck. Not just good luck, but impeccable luck, historical luck. Oversized load. Let's hope it's going to be an oversized load of good things today. Let me start looking around real quick. I think I see something. It's under that piece of glass right there. Don't worry about it. It's just the marble, I think. I see some red and white. It's hiding from us. Kind of. Bam. We can even see through the glass in the reflection. Good start for the day. Been here for about 3 minutes, but there's something behind us we got to take a look at. It's not a real artifact, though. It's not really historic. Yeah. But I'm happy at the moment. I don't feel any signs of leakage within the legs. I don't. But let me go ahead and pick up this thing in the water real quick, and there's another thing behind us. They have definitely moved things around out here. Everything is still extremely soft every step I take. That's a good sign for us, which means the light stuff might be sitting right on top. It's just a milk glass container. It's going to fill up a pocket, but I'm not going to be taking it out of here. That's a nice one, though. Intact. Well, maybe I'll take it later. Let me add it over there so I can come back later and get it. But I'm going to add this thing real quick if it doesn't float out of here. Heck yeah. Piece of the canvas. Let's hope we find many of those things today. Yeah, cool. No signs of leakage within the waders I've never worn in my life. The many years that I've had these things, but where's that scary looking thing at? Oh, this is another doll head. There it is right here. Looks like a conquistador. No, it's just a kid. Look at that thing. Is it porcelain? It's porcelain. No, it's plastic. It's plastic, but that's a weird looking thing right there. Cool, probably from the 1960s or something. It could be porcelain. I don't know. Yeah. Cool looking find for today. Let's pray it's not going to be the best find all day. We just got started. Tons of green out here today. I see a lot of little pieces of green glass all over the place. Yeah, I don't know if I'll fit this in my pocket though. You know, I'm always looking. Yeah, that piece is too big for the moment. Let's just leave it here as a beacon for us to come back and get it. Is that a piece of the pot? No. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days, definitely. We're going to have to go backwards and forwards, which is never that bad of a thing anyway, if you know what I mean. Yeah, walked over it twice. The only reason I saw it is because I had to come backwards. Let's go and take a look at this thing right here behind us. Don't worry about it, it's nothing big. I mean, it's big, but I'm not going to take it. You talk about a load, oversized load. Oversized load. 2013. Definitely not old. Dang. Cool that it's got a date on it though. You guys are crazy. Let's put it back. Oversized load. I feel it right today. I still can't believe I'm going to have to spend the entire day out here. It's like a job. It is. It's a different kind of job to do all this recovery. It's a weird job at that. One of my many jobs that I've been given out here in heaven. You guys are crazy. You guys are going to make fun of me every single time I talk about this kind of stuff. But, you know, I was beat down. I was. There are many truths that I kind of know. Kind of truths that they beat into me. Oh, I thought that was part of a clay marble from 1853. Eggshell. Cool. Yeah, but every time I just went through my days up until about 2007, 2008, I thought I was free in this life. And then things just started developing. Don't tell me that's another ancient button right here. Ivory button, possibly from the 1900s. The fourth one I've collected out here. I think these are ivory buttons, old school. Let's pray they're just not plastic. If they are, that's okay. We'll add it to the pocket. Yeah. Man, I'm going to have to look everywhere today. Let me set the jug down. Let's hope we don't get attacked right here. I got to save a different kind of life. Where they at? It's a bumblebee right there. Let me go ahead and grab a stick real quick. They might sting us, I don't know. Let me grab some of this balance right here. It's something they can climb on. We don't want bumblebees to drown, do we? Come on, fella. I know you're going to sting the crap out of me. Here we go. Let me go ahead and add them to the bank. Listen to the way I talk about that. I think it's just them trying to give me a sign by what I say out here. Let me add it to the bank. Here we go. Dry off. Have fun. In your heaven right here. I'm already dripping sweat. I am all over the place out here. Nothing real historic at the moment, even though we just started. I know it's out here. Even if we don't find it today, we'll definitely find it within about another month or so. We just got to have the rains move things around. It could be right under there. Could be 9,408 years old. About the size of my left hand, don't know yet. Until they move it out. Until they, shrink the sands a little bit more and expose what's underneath it. Yeah. That's why it's kind of hard to come out after it storms and floods the way it does, because most everything else is going to be under the sands. If it's not sitting right on top, that is. Number 3 for today. Cool. Yeah. But you always keep wondering why I save like bugs and stuff like that. Like the bumblebee, the poor bumblebee that was looking for somebody to come by and save it. Get it out of the water so I can continue to thrive out in heaven. I thought I saw something clear. Yeah, well, it's not one. Yeah, but there's a reason why I do that kind of thing every single time. Because I know the truth out here. I do, in a different way. It's a game of judgment in a different way. It is. Is that another old clay marble, or is it a shell? Part of the game. It's just a shell. Look at that. Yep, dang. Oh well. They played the game right on that one. I guess they're training me for what I'm going to find later. Getting me ready for those moments in time out here. Yeah, but for me, saving just like random bugs and stuff, like getting flies and gnats and other things out of spider webs on the side, wherever I might be, it's part of the game out here. Just like this broken point. Dang it. Crap. Well, there's our first real historic piece of the day. And it's broken. The top is broken. Let me go ahead and add it to the pocket in case it's the only one that we find today. I'm not really keeping the broken ones anymore. I'm not. Dang, if only it was intact. I say that quite a bit in my videos. Maybe they want me to find the top later. Dang. But I tell you what, like I just told you, it's like a game of judgment out here. They're always watching. I tell you that every single time. But you don't believe when it comes to the life out here. I know you don't believe, because you never give it a chance. You never come out. But you don't want to come out. I know you don't. It takes a different kind of taste, a different kind of desire just to come out and do your thing like this. Even if it's not a hobby of yours. Every now and then we'll, treat you right. But there are always things that are put in your path. There are. As forms of judgment. Especially when it comes to saving lives. Especially when it comes to nature. I'm not talking about like helping somebody on the side of a freeway change a tire. That's a different kind of judgment. You did good on that one. I try to do the best I can in that, no matter what it is. But when it comes to this place out here, it's a whole different ball game. So every time I walk right into something like that, like a bumblebee that's drowning, something that simple, most people will just come by and smash it. But I, on the other hand, is going to try to save its life, because I know they're watching. They tell me all the time they're watching. They're judging me on what I'm going to do next, what I'm going to talk about. Some of the time they'll say blasphemy. Some of the time they'll say you're lying. Other times they say thank you. So I always have to keep that in mind every time I come out. That's why I act so crazy out here. Because I know I'm being watched. I know for a fact I'm being judged. But some of the time I hope that they'll walk me into some major payback. Some major history. It's kind of a different kind of game, part of the game. It's almost like it's an eye for an eye. Like if I save a life, maybe they'll give me something back in return. Something majorly historic for saving that life. So it can continue to work out here and help life keep going. Well, I just found my first piece of the pot today. First piece of pottery. Not exactly what I'm desiring. It's not even sizable enough to recover. Not even significant. It's just a tiny little piece. Oh well, let's hope that's going to continue. But at a much larger scale. I want to keep that sign in my mind. Oversized load. Of course it's broken. Oh well. Please be intact. You're perfect blue. And it is perfect. Bingo. Mm-hmm. Dang. Bam. Can barely see it. Blends in a little ways. Two for one. It's green. Alright. I know I sound so chill at the moment. I do. Tomorrow's going to be my 1 month and a half, 6-week anniversary without drinking. I saw another one. Another green one. Hold on, let's look at this for a few seconds. Hopefully it's not going to take... There it is right there. You guys are crazy. And this one's cut in half. Oh well. Check this out. Check that thing out right here. Might have our first piece of Native American campsite ash in a while. I'm not going to keep it though. I'm just going to look at it. Because it's ancient. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Cool. Good find for the day. Still got to go through all here. Probably a couple marbles. It's right on the edge, and I think I just saw a blue one. Hold on. I know it's not exciting. It's just like Saturday morning cartoons. You're looking for kid toys on a Saturday morning. Oh, that was busted. Out here, it's almost as if when it's broken, it shows the inner beauty of it all. You can see it more clearly. Just stepped on it, but I know exactly what it is when I flipped it over. Another tiny shard of pottery. And it's got a design on it. Cool. I know it's nothing. But we'll recover it anyway. They want us to recover it. Let's do it. Definitely looks like they've been piling it up right here. It was never this high. Thank the Lord for that. Let's hope they did pile it up for us, if you know what I mean. I think there's a short of pottery right here. I'm too busy looking at the Coke bottle glass. Don't know if I'm going to collect the glass yet. But dang, I know. Another insignificant piece. But it's got that mark on it. That little line. Cool. Add it to the pocket. Very semi-historic. Look at these nice pieces right here. Maybe one's not going to hurt, even though it's going to take up a lot of space in one pocket. Feels as if we're going to be getting close to something significant really quickly. I don't know. It's a nice piece of glass, but there's another sort of pottery right here, less than 5 feet away from the last one. That's got to be one though. All right, it is cool. All right, probably came from the same pot. And they decided to break off something right here. That thing right here stood the test of time, test of the waters over the last 2.5 years. It was about 7 feet longer. After all the massive floods, hurricanes, tropical storms, the major floods could never break it. But the most recent one did. There's got to be some major history out here. Got to be. Especially if they washed out the banks. But if the history used to be here, it's going to be further down. 9 seconds later, I see two things. There's one you can't miss. Perfect blue. Let's hope it's going to be intact. But this thing right here looks like another sort of pottery. A tiny one though. Right here. I noticed them a mile away. Is that a top of a pot? It is. Look at that thing. Dang. I don't know if that's modern or what. We'll have to take a look at this later. It's got 2 lips on it. I don't know, that could be modern. Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at this later. Could be from the 1910s. But we could be wrong. Let's see if this thing's intact. It is. It's a little bit rubbed off a little bit, no big deal. Oblong. Worn off a little bit. No biggie, we'll still recover it. It seems that we might have found our goal for the day. They love it when I talk about that. I know they do. I'm not going to keep it though. Maybe I will. Maybe they want me to collect it as a sign. Because to them it's gold. Yeah, let me go ahead and add this to the back pocket. It's going to be a lot more difficult than I thought. Not one single thing in here. Perfect place. Real soft. Went up past the ankles in here. Just walking on the gravel. Which means things should have been sitting right on top. Not a dang thing. Well, except a couple marbles, that is. Google Earth. First one of the day. Beautiful. At least I still have a long way to go in this one. But nothing majorly historic at the moment. Talk about a heart stopper. I know it's small, it is, but quite the game it is. Stopped me in my tracks when I first saw this thing. Check that thing out. What a game it is. Game of perspective. Nice looking point right there, don't you think? First real historic one of the day. But, bam. Nothing at all. What a shame. Thanks, fellas. You're getting me ready for something. I can feel it. Black one. Cut in half. All I need is the white half to go to the other side. Yin and yang. Like the coat of arms. Finally, check this out. Think I might have found one. Not really much to get your panties in the water or anything like that for, or your boxers in the water, but I think it's clear. I think it's small though. Well, it is small. It's right there. It might be broken. Don't know yet. Yeah, it's something. Well, it's broken. All right. Somewhat clear. Cool. We'll still recover it though. Let's hope it's not going to be the most historic piece of the day. Dang. Tiny one. Dang. Talk about setting it up for us. They walked me right into this thing. It's got that famous curve on it, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's not a 9,000-year-old spear tip, but it's a piece of the pot. Cool. All right. No design on it that I can see from here. Wish they would set it all up that easily. Oh, nothing. Keep on going with it. It's almost like there was nothing back there in the largest gravel bar thus far. So far, the video's turned out to be something that we shouldn't have lost sleep over. Let's hope that's going to change. Well, I have a feeling that regardless of what we find or what we don't find today and recover, I don't think they'll be letting us leave out of here feeling anywhere disappointed. Let's go ahead and make the most of it. Historic or not, they know what we like. They're going to give it to us. But where's the 10,000-year-old arrowhead? Dang. Never found one like this before. Crystal clear, olive. Beautiful. More to come. Still haven't covered over there. Still haven't covered over there. I've just been walking in line. That was it. Picking up the marbles. About 6 others. But there's probably more in there. But this is the only point that I found up until here. It's broken also. Let me go ahead and add it to the pocket, even though I don't keep the broken ones anymore. But talk about sitting it up on the edge. There's one you cannot miss. I think it's a little bit broken. Can't tell now at this point. but you can't miss it. Talk about sitting it right on the edge. That's got to be one right there. I kind of moved my head a little bit to kind of tell if it was or not. Heck yes it is. Question is it broken or not? Cool. First real one of the day. About dang time. Not even close to being done yet. Another first all day. But you know we can't take them anymore. Perfect. Thank you, Lord, for that. Thank you, Lord, for that find. I think there's a reason why in this entire monumental gravel bar, the best one so far has been found right here, right on the edge. And the first one so far today, real one that is. I think they're just trying to tell us that the best is yet to come, as if it's going to be further that way. Many of them. Let's take that advice and go get it. There's a reason why the jug has been set down. It's because I just hopped up in here. Look around. Nothing yet. Yeah, because I haven't even covered in the gravel bar yet. I was in the water the entire time. All the way through here. And I found a few things. Hold on. I'm looking. There might be something intact up in here. At least a couple of marbles. Don't know yet. But let me go ahead and show you what I found real quick. Let me set one thing down. And we'll go over that in a second. But yeah, okay. This is what I found in the water. Hey, there's a marble right there. See, I told you. Cool. Yeah, but check this out. It's what I found in the water. I know, it's nothing much. Nothing to get excited about. Just a starter potter. That's all. Cool. Not much of a design on it. It's got that famous curve on it. Cool. And then a couple of probably chips off the old block. I think that's the bottom one. I'm not going to keep it though. And there's definitely the bottom one right here. I'm not going to keep it though. Look at that thing. Toss it back, but there's something that I found in the water too. We're all going to want to take a look at. Might be the first one I've ever collected, but it's broken. Always looking out for these things. And I know exactly what it is, I think. Let me walk it to the sunlight. I know you got excited, but it's broken. What a shame that such a historical item has been shattered with the time out here. The reflection of it all, the granite. The reflection is what caught my eye in the water. It was this side. But there's definitely something about it. There's 2 drilled holes on this thing. One right here, and then one right here where my thumbnail is. It's broken in half. It might be what they call an atlatl, a banner stone, or something like that. 2 drilled holes. And that's where it broke off right there. What a bummer in this. Beautiful object to add to the museum pile. Perfect. Unfortunately, it's broken. Let's go ahead and keep on going with this beautiful hobby of ours. Who knows what else is out here? Google Earth. But whose world is it? Ooh, it's past the knees up in here. way past the knees. First time in about 2 years it's been this deep. Man. Yeah, dang. But I see some major promise up here, some major hope given to us. Let's go see what they have up here. Got a nice green one sitting right on top. I'm looking in the water for those curves and those scalloped edges. But this is good enough for now anyway. But it can be better. I know you think I found something. No, I'm about to tell you a funny story about something that just happened to me just a couple seconds ago. First time ever this happened to me. A hummingbird landed on my head. And I had to stand still for like 30 seconds. So I wouldn't scare it to death. Yeah, but I knew exactly what it was. A hummingbird landed on my head. How about that? Dang. I know we're standing on some major history right now. I know we are. But we'll never see it until later. I'm standing next to a very significant item at the moment. A very huge significant item. This thing used to be in one single spot for at least a year until they decided to move it. And move it they did. They even added to the balance of it all out here. Dang, didn't they ever add to the balance? Just don't touch it. Let them do their job out here. And we'll do ours. Yeah, whatever that job is. Hardly anything in here at all. One shard of pottery, a couple of marbles, that's it. That's a nice spot too, nice and soft. No pun intended. Guys are crazy. I don't think I'll be filming that much the rest of the day. I think I'm suffering some effects of heat exhaustion. Lightheaded, all that kind of stuff, but I'm definitely going to keep on going. Got about a quarter of a mile to go up here, maybe half a mile. And then 2 miles backwards in the sweltering summer heat. No, I didn't do that. You guys take reference picture. Guys are crazy. Yeah, let me go ahead and keep on going with this hobby of mine. At least I have water left, right? Hey, check it out. A grenade. You guys are crazy. Heck yeah. I'm going as slowly as I can just to relax. The sun is hiding behind the clouds, which is a good thing with the heat. Yeah, still very soft out here, but bam! Speechless. Beautiful. Found it in the water. Not too far back. Hopefully we'll find more today. But dang. Savor the moment. Savor the history. Dang, what a shame. Gotta add it to the pocket anyway. Beautiful. It's a big one though. What do we have here? Definitely not ancient. Probably a radio. Oh, it's one of those things. It's a receiver. Heck yeah. Different kind of history. Let me keep on going. Not even close to burning daylight today. Ooh, piece of the treasure. Where's the diamond at? I know exactly where it is. Well, how unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate for us right now. At the moment, looks like a monumental gravel bar has been turned into a monumental sandbar. Nothing to be recovered, most likely, unless it's a piece of the pot sitting right on top. Let's go ahead and keep a lookout for that, shall we? You're thinking I found something. Different part of the treasure. Nothing else other than a bumblebee marble. What you know about that? Bumblebee marble. Just like the bumblebee we saved earlier today. I know it's not a 10,000-year-old spear tip made with these colors. It's a broken marble that looks exactly like a bumblebee. Go figure. Beautiful. Thank you, Lord, for those signs. Whoa. Up to the waist. And the waders are working the way I planned them to work. Well, I was hoping that they would work. That whole place right there is almost up to the waist. But I was walking on nothing but gravel, which means we were walking on a bunch of history waiting to be collected, waiting to be discovered and recovered later. I wonder if that's a fossilized bone. Could be. Too deep to get. First one in about 2 hours. Looks like it's broken though. Very unfortunate. Might be just a broken piece. No, it's intact. But it's extremely amateur. Look at that thing. There's the bottom right there. Where the bottom is, there's the top. Added to the pocket, I think it's just extremely amateur. Could be nothing at all. You can call me Slim Pickens. At the moment, nothing recovered lately. This has been it for the past 45 minutes. It's about 1:30. I guess I can say we still have a long way to go. A long, blessed way to go. Could you imagine if this thing was filled with crack cocaine? I know it's got nothing in it, probably sand, and that's going to be it. Yeah, it's got sand and stuff in it, go figure. It's got a can. Not worth recovering, go figure. You know what? Just for the sake of the adventure, I'm going to try to see what this thing is. I bet you $100 it's going to be pencils or something, because I feel something moving. I don't even know if I can unzip it though. Yeah, hold on, let me do this thing. Couldn't get the bag open. I ripped the zipper off because I think it was all rusted up. I'm over here looking for something that I know we can use. I'm looking for a knife because there's a whole bunch of silverware out here. Maybe a good old steak knife might work if I can even find one, but I see something instead. Google Earth. Might be, I don't know. Dang. I don't even know if, oops, there it goes. It is Google Earth. Dropped it. Beautiful. Let me go ahead and see if I can find a knife. I think I just made a very monumental discovery on this hill right here. I think I might have discovered where the marbles might be coming from. I don't know. Right up in here. But there's one right here. You're going to say, but Da Vinci, you need to look around. But I'm looking for a knife so I can dig in that bag. Instead, we'll collect the marbles later. There's that part of me that doesn't want to collect everything in one single location, if you know what I mean. I like it when it gets spread out. But if the marbles were here, every last one of them, we'd be looking at a whole lot more than just one. Dang, it's broken. Go figure. I'm looking. I know you see it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up there and get it though. It's right there. No, it's modern, dang it. It's not embossed. It's got the sticker missing off of it. With all this glass up here, it's almost easier if I just take the backpack over here and just rub it against the glass. But instead, I guess this will do. Try to see if this will work. I know it's not a steak knife, but it might get the job done. Heck yeah, well, it did the job. Let's go ahead and see what we have inside the bag. You guys are crazy. Hold on. You love autism? Autism love. Columbia County. Huh. Hold on. There's a bag in here. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it had to have pencils in it. Hold on. That's not opening either. Wonder if there's any chains or something. Dang, this thing's been around for a minute. It's got some iPhone headphones. I guess that's about it. It's glued to the bottom. Yeah, hold on. It's like doing a run-through video. No $5 bills, nothing like that. That's cool. Guess we'll just go ahead and leave it. Hold on, let me go ahead and open this. Could be something in here. Well, I can't get it open. I guess we'll just leave it be, leave it out here. Cool. Yeah. Let me go ahead and keep on going with it. Well, I guess the marbles were not coming from that one spot. There's another one right here. Check out these marbles, the muscadines. Perfect. I'm feeling a little bit better. Sat down for about 20 minutes, drank on the water. Still blazing hot, for real though. Thank you, Lord, for this perfect summer day. Yeah, dang. But not a dang thing up in here. That's okay though. We've recovered some great things. Definitely. But you know what? Who's ready to go backwards? Can't believe we haven't discovered and recovered a handful of spear tips today. Maybe it's on the other side of 2 different bridges. It's going to be a long rest of the day for real though. Let's go ahead and make these big discoveries. I wish I could say trust me on that. But the day has not ended up being like that. Maybe it will later. Finally, back to landfall. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it and get it out of the way, since we barely recovered enough to fill the pockets at the moment. It's almost as if they're not going to give us anything else on the other side of the bridge. Both of them. But I could be terribly wrong. Let's try to keep our heads up. But I'll tell you the Vinci style story right now. Something that really hit me in the face the other day. When I was going to the gas station before work, there was this one random guy standing outside the gas station. Never seen him out there before. Gas station close to work. Stop in almost every single day. You know, to get my Nas, Red Bull, whatever it is. The good stuff. But I was looking down at the ground, like I always do. Like I was looking for treasure. And this guy was standing out there smoking a cigarette. Guess what he said to me? Hey man, you should always be looking up. I didn't think of it at first until I noticed the signs later of what he said. One of the best signs of the month for us. You should always be looking up. But I already know the truth behind it. You should always be looking up in order to find them. But I told him as a joke, I was like, I'm always looking down in case I find money. But that's where I failed today. That's exactly where I failed, right there. I knew he recorded every word I said. Every single word I said. As a way to tell the Almighty that I failed again at a game. Instead of going on with the conversation, be like, yes sir, you better believe I'm always looking up. Because I know what I'm looking for. And it's always right in front of your face. Instead of saying that, I slipped up and said exactly what I felt at the moment. Hey man, I'm always looking down in case I look for the money. In case I find the money. What a mistake. Now I got to figure out a way to take it back in a different way. To try to prove to God that I'm not always looking down for money. Even though I'm always looking up for them. How am I going to do that though? It's almost like I shot myself in the foot with that one. I should always know they're sending the ones out here to record me. Human or not. Yeah, but look what I found in the sands. Probably nothing though. I'm just going to add it to the pocket. They made them out of granite before. Just like that addle that we found. Made out of the same material. That could be a spear tip, I don't know. Let me keep on going. We definitely need a good luck charm the rest of the day. Let's hope we find it on the way down there. Dang. I'll tell you what, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe I walked over this thing coming up here. Here's my footstep right there. Bam. And I leaned over just now to look at this thing. It was an optical illusion. It was sitting like that. Then as I was lifting myself back up, I saw an angle right here. I think it's busted though. They're always busted out here. Yeah, dang it. That would have been a big one. Really though. Crap. Let me go ahead and add it to the pocket since it's only really the third or fourth one we collected today. Left side is broken, top is busted off. Crap. No big deal. I'll never say that it's the end of the world, but it's always a new beginning. This one's in the nasty water, up to the elbow. You can't see it, but I can. Red marble. Let me go ahead and get that thing. Yuck. Same color as the soils. If you see that we missed an artifact 10,000 years old, let me know. Wonder where it all went. Best one in a long time. Beautiful. Every primary color in the rainbow, just about. Never found one like this before. Definitely add it to the stash. Did they make it? Yeah, they did. The bumblebee. The one that we saved that allowed us to collect the collect the bumblebee marble. It's good enough of a payment in my books. Most definitely. It'll be an absolute miracle if we found anything in this one. Whole thing's covered in leaves. if we don't cover anything else the rest of the day. Dang, do we suck. Cool. We don't suck. I'm going to have to admit, I'll admit this right now. That sucked. You're talking about 283 feet of monumental gravel bars. in heaven. Not one single monumental artifact. That was a first. But that was all the gravel bars right there. It might be sand the rest of the way. Dang. Looks like they pulled it all out. They can be picky and choosy like us. Only want the best in their collection. They probably only pulled out the major artifacts and left the garbage. Dang. You talk about a bummer. Unheard of. Gravel bars in which this creek has probably never seen in about 5 or 6 years. All on the sides. What's going to be in this one? A piece of glass? You guys crazy. Should have recovered at least 5 spiritists by now. At least 5. You think I have? Wishful thinking. I see a card. Let me go get that in a minute. Hold on. I'm looking. But there's something in front of me that might cost us to turn around. I don't know yet. Dang. If only there was a spear tip covered up in mud right up in here. There's the card. It's nothing. Welcome. Welcome to heaven. Cool. Thanks for the signs. Thanks for the jewelry. But there's something behind me you got to take a look at. Check this thing out. Never seen this out here like this before. Let's hope it doesn't cost us big time in the recovery department. But there's something in front of us that has me crapping in my drawers. Look at the log jam. Dang. Never seen that out here before. Feels like I'm going to end up saying that about a spirit tip if I ever find one again. Never seen that out here before. Please tell me this is passable. No, that didn't fall. They just placed it there. Just gotta do something right. We don't need the deer to be stepping on that. Oh, I thought that was talk about washing out the bank. Jeez. Well, there's always time for new beginnings. Keep your fingers crossed the rest of the day. I knew it. Here's where it all might be, right here. There's a log jam up there, I know. A different kind of log jam. It always backs up deep up here. Anything that's coming through here full force slows down and deposits right here. Every step I take, it looks like it's less than a foot deep, but every time I take a step, it goes almost to the knees. Extremely soft out here. This is where they deposit all the artifacts. We'll never find them. I don't even know why I'm still here. I don't even know why I'm looking. Just as good as a marble, I guess. One last chance. Never had a bottle this color before. Check this thing out. I guess it's Bombay Sapphire. Beautiful. Gotta be Bombay Sapphire. It is. You guys crazy. No, I'm non-alcoholic. I just know my colors. A lot of craziness today on this hot summer day. Not too much history, but more than you could ever imagine, really. Check it out, check it out, check it out. There you have it. What we collected today out there in this wonderful heaven. No matter what it was, we're always looking for, right? Historic or not? Emotional? sentimental, emotional. For real, though. When it comes to many things, that is. When it comes to the human race. Man, look at all this stuff right here. Heck yeah. Lots of stories with this. Thanks for the squares, guys. You always come through. Always looking for the cube. Even when it began thousands of years ago. Hundreds of thousands, millions of years ago. And it just progresses into the future. Yeah, I got the buttons. Maybe a couple of ivory buttons right there. Could be 1840s, could be 1940s. Add them to the button pile. Imagine the Christmas decorations. Imagine the Christmas tree. Right on. Fancy looking pieces. Things that help us see the light of things, that is. Yeah, great, wonderful. Found it on that backpack. Glad we could recover such an item, never to be lost again. Something left behind, something thrown away. But found again, right? The way it should be. A lot of interesting items. Some pieces are just garbage, that's all. Some pieces, part of a car. Part of something else, don't know. Nice shards of metal. Pool game from 1943. Maybe 1961. Yeah. The time you had diarrhea because of this. Back in 1981. Don't know. The time you drank or you just left it half full. Yep. Coke bottle shards, beautiful glass. Sapphire looking pieces. Compared to that. Fully intact life, that is. What we're always looking for. Yeah. Colors of the lady. Put it back together again. Got the fake rings. Got another ancient doll right here. Probably early 1900s. Could be up to like the 1930s, 1940s. Cherish it. Definitely. What a great find in that. Probably one of the better ones in my collection. Probably the best find of the day. Next to that thing. And one next to that thing. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. But there's an antique stopper. Probably from 1833. Definitely pre-1900 on that thing right there. Maybe the second or third one in my collection. Smallest one for real. Got the buttons. I mean, I'm looking over here. My bad. I was looking at this one though. Got the marbles. My bad. Quite a bit of Google Earth marbles right here. 6 of them. Most I found one single day. Add them to the glass, but this thing here. Colors of the rainbow. Probably one of the most interesting and most colorful ones in my collection. If I can keep my hand on it. Someone was pulling it out of my hand. Gravity. The laws of gravity. Yeah. Look how beautiful that thing is. I know it's ashy. So what? You add water to it, it's prettier. Shinier. Yeah. Could be some fossilized bones right here. I don't know where the blue came from though. Solid as a rock. Can't even break it. But I could be wrong. Could be just old. That's it. Same with that shard right there. Found the first phone, somebody's license, that kind of deal. Could be a point right there. And here go the points of the day. I know you keep looking at that thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. But then you have the shards of pottery. Beautiful. Definitely the oldest piece of the bunch right here. I bet you $27 trillion. That's the oldest one in the bunch. Yeah, probably the youngest one in the bunch right here. Yeah, probably 1511, 1503, 1327. Yeah, definitely the oldest one in the bunch. My bad. Yeah, the youngest one. Gotta be. How smooth it is. But this is the first one I've ever collected. It's broken. What is that thing right there? Is this an adult weight? I always crack jokes about not finding things, not collecting, that kind of deal. But we found this thing today. It's broken, I know it's worthless. But to us, it's worth everything, isn't it? Dang. Definitely going into the museum pile. Look, there's the hole right there on the other side. If only it was fully intact. But we hardly ever find anything fully intact. Unless it's what? The points. We only usually find the points that are fully intact. But I'm wrong with that. I'm very wrong with that idea. It's the history of it that is fully intact within every little piece that we find. It's the history that is intact. Because you created it. The human race created it. And of course, God and the other ones created the other pieces. So therefore, the history is intact. No matter how broken it is. The history is always going to be there. No matter how far it travels. No matter what happens. It's always going to be there. For real though. Yeah. Even from the bathtub or the sink, the kitchen sink. From 1923. 1937. 1945. Looks like something you can add to a keychain. Really though. Different kind of concept right there. A plug for any time of the day. When the dam breaks, within your day that is, you got a plug for it. But this thing here, bam, dry paint. Something about it. Been looking at this thing the second I even picked it up. Because why? There's something on it that I don't quite understand within the dry paint. Why so many Flower of Life specks? Flower of Life petal specks. Why? Because they know I'm the only human being that would ever notice it. Notice the eye. Gee. Thanks for Flower of Life for real though. You know I'm always going to recognize it. Even in dry paint from 1974. But how do I ever know how old this thing is? Dang. Thank you, Almighty. Thanks for everything. Always trying to sneak in someplace. Hoping that the human race would ever always find you. Yeah. Always trying to collect. Most definitely. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was a fun day out there again. Hopefully it's going to be as interesting as it always is. Especially like today. Dang. What a perfect day. See you in the next video.